So hi guys, I'm recording this video today as I wanted to do another sort of why Beachbody, why I chose Beachbody. I've done one already, but I focused on sort of the fitness aspects of things, and I think I sort of held back from the more raw aspects of my journey and probably the actual real reason as why I chose Beachbody. So I thought, right, I'm going to bite the bullet today and I'm actually going to talk about the sort of emotional aspect of it and the reasons why I've ended up where I am today. So I'll start off by saying I've never known what I wanted to do in life, from being a kid, from school. I went to uni because everybody else was and I didn't want to miss out. So I did 3 years at uni, left uni not really knowing what to do. I did criminology, there was no job I wanted to do with that. So I was left sort of twiddling my fingers to find a job, which I did quite quickly. And from that point on, I'd sort of job hopped. I've not really stayed in a job longer than 2 years. I felt bored, I felt not stretched, I felt unfulfilled, which will be a word that sort of comes up quite a lot in this video, and the fact that I felt unfulfilled in life, particularly my working life, and then that sort of spilt into other aspects of my life, in that being unfulfilled sort of leaves you with no energy. So my days where I'd go to work, I'd maybe work out when I got home, and then I'd just sit on the sofa, I'd do nothing. Same on the weekend, had no desire to do anything. I didn't know how to change things, even if I wanted to, and I just didn't see the point. And I remember thinking, God, this isn't at all what I thought life was going to be like. I don't know what I thought life would be, but God, have I got this for the next 40 years? So about 7 years ago, my friend started her own business. It was a jewellery business, and I remember thinking, wow, maybe that's what would help. Every job I've tried to do, I can do it. I do all my work within an hour. I have nothing more to do. They don't know what to do with me because I'm finishing too quick. Maybe I should work for myself. And at that point, my brother-in-law bought me Gary Vaynerchuk's book, Crush It. And that was another light bulb going off. I was thinking, I could write, I could do this. At that point, I was fairly confident in that. Well, why not? Why not me? But that confidence very quickly began to wear off. So Gary's book talks a lot about finding your passion. Write something, if you're passionate about your knowledge about it, that's what you should be writing about, whether it's stamps, whatever, pens, whatever, write about it. And I remember sitting there thinking, I ain't passionate about anything. I was that unfulfilled in my life. I thought, I don't even know where to start to think about what I really want to do, what I'm really passionate about. What could I write about? And also, what would people even care that I had to say on anything? Fitness was something that came up then, and I tried to start a blog on, fitness and healthy eating. I even signed up I paid quite a lot of money to sign up to learn to become a personal trainer. But all the while, I had this negative voice in my head. Why would people care what I had to say? People just never really cared what I had to say, and this is something I'll sort of go into in a bit about this sort of pattern that I had, that people, they like me when they meet, but I'm not memorable. People forget about me, people move on with their life and I'm just left on my own, carrying on, so to speak. So I started and I stopped. And then with the personal training thing, I suddenly realised, God, to do with the exams, I have to actually go and speak to people and be tested in front of people. Now, education, exams, and brilliant exams. Never failed an exam. But when I had to take my driving test or even driving lessons, just that feeling of having somebody watching you, really struggled with it. It was horrendous. It took me 3 years to even understand how to drive a car. I passed my test first time, and I just thought, I can't do that again. I can't put myself through that again. The whole negativity of people will think I'm stupid, I'll make a fool out of myself, it'll just be the most horrendous experience. I'm not really even enjoying this personal training course anyway, because it's actually not giving me what I want, which is actually helping people. I feel like I'm learning more about biology than anything else. So I stopped. And I carried on feeling unfulfilled, feeling fairly miserable with my life, thinking, what am I going to do? This isn't what I want, but, well, I tried to change it, didn't manage it. So again, that's that negativity pattern of the fact that I failed. clearly it's not meant for me, because if it's meant for me, I'd put the hard work in and I'd manage it. And that's something that, because a lot of these sort of motivational guys go, well, if you want to do it, you'll just do it, you'll find it, and you'll work all the extra hours. And I was like, well, I can't, because I just want to just lay on the sofa and do nothing. I've just got no motivation to just do anything. So life carried on until this year. This year, I decided, I'd read this new thing about creating a word. Instead of a resolution, you have a word of the year. So I decided I wanted my word of the year to be action. So I wanted to take action in my life. I wasn't really sure what action I wanted to take, but I just turned 30 and I thought, if I don't do something now, I'm going to be 40, I'm going to be 50, and I'm going to regret it. So I started to do a lot of reading. I started to follow a few people. One of the main people I started to follow was a lady called Carol Will-Labour, who her books are amazing, especially the focus. Anybody could get something from them, but they are focused towards women and the fears that we have as women and the negative self-talk that I'm really guilty of. And so I read her books, Girl Code particularly, and I was just like, fear. And she talks a lot about fear. Fear is what was holding me back. Fear stems all of my negativity. Like fear of not being liked, fear of making a fool of myself, fear of failing, fear of not knowing what I'm doing, fear of embarrassing myself, all of those things. And I mean, it sort of gets you to do a lot of sort of self-analysis and start to think about where a lot of these things come from. I can trace mine back to school in the fact that I don't really have any friends from school or even college. I've got one friend from university, and that sort of feeds into my I'm not memorable. People like me and they'll say they like me, but I don't really keep a lot of friends. Quite an introvert, I suppose. I'm good at talking to people, and if you've met me in real life, I tend to talk too much because I'm quite nervous about this sort of thing and I overcompensate. So I have all of that, and that's all there in the back of my head all of the time, all of that negativity. People are interested in what you've got to say. People will think you're an idiot. People will think you're trying to kid someone, all of that. So I was reading her books. I was trying to start to implement some more positive thinking. I then tried something else. I tried to go do some freelance writing because I thought writing was something I liked, and writing is something I like. But I very quickly realised I didn't really like writing stuff that I didn't care about, which is often what you have to do as a freelance writer. You write what there is out there. So that didn't work. So again, it's that back to that negativity of going, why do you keep trying? You're never going to achieve this. You might as well. You're obviously meant to just stay in your job and carry on as normal. Again, unfulfilled, no energy, miserable, no motivation. Roll on to about June time, and I saw Scotty Hobbs' advert on Facebook for Beachbody, and I'd heard of Beachbody and Beachbody coaching because I'd done some Insanity, but also I'm in some sort of boss babe type groups on Facebook, and a lot of the girls in there are from America and Beachbody coaches, so I knew that there was an opportunity there. And from the moment when I first messaged him, he invited me into his group, and from that moment, and this sounds like, a big thing, but honestly, things seriously changed for me, and my mindset seriously started to change. It was that team feeling of the fact that actually I didn't have to do it on my own, and I don't know whether that was something that was holding me back, and the fact that people genuinely interacted with each other and they genuinely interacted with me. And that's the big thing about Beachbody for me, and that is the main thing about Beachbody for me, is that team of UK coaches is the whole reason that I signed up. Scotty is the whole reason I signed up. Yes, I love Beachbody. I love the products. I love the fact that it keeps you accountable for fitness. I love how it's changed my body, all of that. But without Scotty's personality and how he encourages you to believe in yourself. I remember I did my first live video in UK in a coach sneak peek group, and he messaged me straight after saying how proud he was and how great a video it was, and that just made me think, God, maybe I can do this. Maybe I am as negative, bad at it and all the rest of it. Don't get me wrong, that's all still there, but the fact that there's this team there, I'm not on my own, and I know that on a team call or in the group I could post and say, look guys, I'm really struggling with this. I don't think people like me. Nobody wants to talk to me. I'm going to fail. I'm going to be rubbish. And I know straight away that I'd get comments back to say, we all feel the same. We're all in the same boat. We're all trying. We know you can do it. And it's that team spirit that has pushed those negative thoughts away enough that I can then start to employ all the tools that I've sort of been learning with my personal development about pushing positivity through. So it's allowed me to sort of go, right, okay, I'm going to be more positive. I'm going to have a plan. And that gives you motivation. Like, yes, there's days I still struggle. There's days I still think I should be doing this. I should be inviting more people. I should be writing under the blog. I should be recording another video. And I end up binge watching, Breaking Bad or something on Netflix. But those days are becoming less and less because I can feel something changing inside of me. And Beachbody and Team Dynasty and Scotty and all the future UK coaches have done that for me, and that's the change. And that's my why, is the change in my mindset from feeling so unfulfilled and so sad that that's what life was going to be like. And I know I won't be the only person out there who feels that life is not what they imagined it to be, but they don't know where to start. And if I can reach other people who feel lost like that and make them think, actually, there's people here who will pick you up, who will lift you up and who will support you, and you can make those changes in your life, then that's an amazingly powerful thing to be able to do. And for the first time that I can remember it in such a long time, probably in the last 10 years, I'm excited. I'm excited about this journey. I'm excited about where I'm going to end up. And I'm not worried that I'm going to be in the same place I am in a year's time, because I know I'm not. I know that my life will change, and that it already has changed, but it will become better and more fulfilling, and I won't be feeling unfulfilled anymore. And I am excited about continuing on this journey.